Sofie had always been a dedicated student, but she had a tendency to get easily distracted. In high school, she found herself spending hours on social media and binge-watching Netflix instead of focusing on her studies. She knew that her habits were holding her back, but she couldn't seem to break free from them. As Sofie began her college career, she realized that her social media and Netflix addiction was becoming a serious problem. She was missing assignments and falling behind in her classes, and her grades began to suffer. She knew that she needed to make a change, but she wasn't sure where to start. Sofie decided to seek help from a counselor at her school. Through their sessions, she was able to understand the root of her addiction and develop a plan to overcome it. She started by limiting her social media use to certain times of day and setting specific goals for herself in terms of how much time she could spend watching Netflix. At first, it was difficult for Sofie to break free from her old habits. She found herself constantly reaching for her phone or turning on the TV, even when she knew she should be studying. But she persevered, and slowly but surely, she began to make progress. Sofie found that the key to overcoming her addiction was to replace her old habits with new, healthier ones. She started exercising regularly and joined a study group with her classmates. She began reading for pleasure again, something she hadn't done in years, and found that it helped her relax and distress in a way that social media and Netflix never could. Sofie's newfound discipline and focus paid off in a big way. She was able to improve her grades and earn a spot on the dean's list. She even landed an internship at a top research institution, something she never would have thought possible just a year earlier. Through her struggles with addiction and her journey towards self-improvement, Sofie learned the importance of discipline, self-reflection, and seeking help when you need it. She discovered that even the most deeply ingrained habits can be overcome with patience, perseverance, and a willingness to change. The story of Sofie teaches us several important lessons. Firstly, it shows us that addiction can take many forms, and that it's important to recognize when our habits are holding us back. Secondly, it demonstrates the power of seeking help and guidance from others. Sofie was able to overcome her addiction and improve her life by seeking the help of a counselor and joining a study group. Finally, Sofie's story teaches us that change is possible even in the face of deep-seated habits and self-destructive behaviors. By setting specific goals, persevering through difficult times, and replacing old habits with healthier ones, Sofie was able to cultivate the self-discipline she needed to achieve her goals and improve her life. Whether we're struggling with addiction, procrastination, or any other kind of self-destructive behavior, Sofie's story shows us that change is always possible if we're willing to put in the effort and seek the help we need.